Hey, and welcome to the Drive Your Line podcast. This is where we talk about everything karting, all aspects, chassis, engines, manufacturers, rules, races, series, and so much more. Be sure to come back and listen. Hey, good evening, and welcome to the Drive Your Line podcast. I'm Christy Cox, your host, and we've got some time with a very nice young man who's put a mark out there in the karting world. I'm a little partial. He's on my team. I'm happy to have him, but I got a feeling someday in the future we'll lose him to bigger interests and endeavors. But we'll get into that here in just a minute. In the meantime, we'll go over some of the facts and maybe some of the fictions that are currently going on in karting right now. We obviously are gearing up for several events this week. We have Rock. 2 weeks we have SCUSA Supernats in Vegas. After that, you have I believe it's Apex at NOLA Motorsports Park. Then we go to Daytona. After Daytona, I did notice that CKNA released their date the weekend after Daytona, and that will be at Jacksonville. And of course, you got the Florida Winter Tour. Then we go. I know there's some other dates that CKNA has yet to come out with, but they're pretty impressive. So look forward to those. Also, if you haven't registered for WKA's events, whether it's sprint or road race, please get on the stick or even dirt. Get on the stick, get that done because the next tier pricing will increase here very soon. For those of you who have been road racing this year, both WKA and AKRA should be releasing their dates here very soon. WKA, excuse me, lots of pollen here. Things are having intimate relationships between other plants. But anyway, we have AKRA will be coming out with their schedule. Should be seeing something coming down the pike for Pitt to replace that. We're excited to see that. And I'm sure they have a few other tidbits they'll be releasing soon. I hope that we can put them out there for you here before too long. In the meantime, keep track of all the schedules that are coming out. I know that Jackie, as far as the road racing on the Enduro karting page, she tries to do a really good job in keeping track of everyone's schedules, including sprint. So if you want to kind of put a hodgepodge together of what you'll be doing, I know that we do sprint and road racing. And here this year, we'll be hitting some of the more regional and local stuff as well as all the nationals. So our team will definitely be logging in the miles. It's hard to do if you're going to do all of them at the top, but that's why we also do some of them that are a little more local, a little more grassroots, so to speak. If we're not putting an emphasis on grassroots motorsports, we're not going to have those kids going to the top anymore. So make sure that your team, ask them, how many events are they supporting in their region outside of a national? I think you'll be surprised that there's very little growth with those teams at the lower levels. But that's okay. We're here for it, and we'd be happy to have you. Along the lines of happy to have you, I do currently have one space in a garage for Daytona on the big track. If you're somebody who's interested in that, you can reach us through our website at driveyourline.com, or you can go ahead and reach our shop phone at 601-287-9197. Again, 601-287-9197. Now that we've gotten pretty much all the useless bits of information out there, we're going to go ahead and go to our guest. So tonight we have Derek Wargo, who just had his birthday on Sunday. He is now Sweet 16, which means he's going to be a senior here soon. He'll be coming out of junior competition into senior competition, and we look forward to seeing where this path goes with Derek. We just returned from a field trip in Florida. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But I know I started watching Derek a couple years back and asked his family if they'd be interested in coming on and racing with us. And lo and behold, we then ended up with our team, and it just kind of snowballed and morphed, and it continues to snowball from there. And we have some great people on our team. I hope to see everybody return for 2026 and move forward, as I think you're going to see a lot of really cool stuff happening. So without any further ado, I introduce to you Derek Wargo.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Derek, thank you for joining us. I know that you've had kind of a whirlwind few, oh gosh, what, 2 months now?
Yeah, it's been a bunch of racing. Haven't really been home a bunch.
So let's talk about last year. Let's go all the way back to Daytona. Um, that was your second time there. Could you share with us what you thought about your experience at Daytona and how that ignited some interest in road racing?
I mean, the first time we went, it was great. Like, I had a great time winning the first time I've ever been out there. Last year was even more fun with, like, some teammates and, like, having all my friends, and, just the event as a whole, like, you gotta do it at least once in your life. Like, it's not really one of those races like, um, just a normal national. It's more of like a you gotta go do it. Like, the NASCAR track to race on, it's when you go look back at it, it's, like, crazy to think about.
I think the first instructions you ever got were stay off the banking, stay away from the wall. And that lasted what, half a lap?
Yeah, no, it the first time I went out, I was, like, kinda scared of it because it looked so big, and, then I went on it, and I couldn't stay off of it.
Yeah, I know. I know. He doesn't listen sometimes. That's okay. He wins races. So anyway, you ended up going back to Daytona. Connor Coursey, Grayson Knoll both joined you. Um, was it what did it feel like having a teammate out there? What was the drafting like? Did you see a difference from sprint race drafting to road racing drafting? And what was the most challenging part of that?
I mean, the draft on the big track was just insane compared to sprint racing. Like, it's so much more, and if you lose it, you're pretty much out unless you catch another one. And, having teammates, it was fun, and me and Connor and Grayson are all pretty competitive, so we all kept trying to, like, beat each other every race at the end, and we just made it fun as a whole.
That's awesome. I know that was one of the things that your dad said made road racing so much more appealing for him, especially at the end of a big season, is that he got to relax and kind of enjoy the day and get back into relaxing at the track instead of being wide open from the time that you get out of the trailer to the time you get on the track, the time you get off the track, the time you go back to the trailer at night, and then rinse and repeat the next day. So, did you have that same experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to kinda step back for like an hour or two and wait to go out and like have time in between sessions and relax. But I'm more of a keep going kind of person, so it's it's fun to stop and wait, but I like to just keep on going. Like, I would stay out there all day if I could.
Keep it up, and we'll put you in a couple of classes. So let's go ahead and talk about after Daytona. You guys turned around and went to the CKNA race at Jacksonville. What was the result there?
It was a win. It was you're talking about this year, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a win. We went there, um pretty pretty strong weekend. Pretty sure I qualified around 3rd and then just stayed up front all weekend. And then the final was just kind of a strategic battle to the end.
And then after that, you ended up at Moore Park for the Ironman. How many do you remember how many laps you completed?
Um, I'm pretty sure it was around 200, I think. It was about
It was 208.
even more than I counted. But yeah, no, it was fun. I got to race against some of the seniors out there. Uh Ended up winning that. It was pretty fun. Um, on the last lap, I was trying to lap the rest of the field, and one of our buds, Anthony Harwin, wanted to battle and stay on the lead lap, so that was fun. Had a great time out there.
You gotta love Anthony. He's the best.
Awesome.
Absolutely a great driver, good guy. Um, just absolutely loves the sport. Great ambassador for the sport. So you also in the past year and a half were asked to come compete with the Compkart factory team. How did that all come about?
So I'm pretty sure about I think it was either last year or this year. I'm pretty sure it was around coming into this year. It was Jim talked to us and he said that he's been watching us for a while on the comp cart. Um, and he just said that I would be like a great asset to the team. So we accepted like um their invitation to the team, and it's just going great so far. I mean, my driving's improved and everything's just awesome with them.
Do you look forward to doing, much more with them in the future, or is that just plans that haven't been discussed yet?
I plan to do a bunch with them as much as they want. I'll do. I mean, I'll do whatever they want me to do. So it's really up to them.
What do you think has been the best learning, possibilities that you've had with their team?
Um, well, with Jim and Justin, being in the sport for so long, it's awesome um to be able to like talk to them all the time, and like after every session, kind of go back to the tent, talk to them about everything, and they're so well rounded with the sport that it really just helps like mentally. And then Oliver Hodgson, he's awesome with like driving. So I mean, he's helped me a lot this year improve, and I've been a lot more consistent this year.
So, you also competed in stars with your team, with Rhett, Connor Corsi, Luca. Um, do you see yourself going back into the Star Series next year? And is there any other series you'll be competing with as far as you know?
So I'm not really sure about next year what we're going to be running, but I mean, Stars is a really fun series. Like I had a great time running that. Um, I'm kind of looking forward to if we run Apex this year, see how that goes. But we're not 100% sure on what we're doing next year. So
So, you do a lot of four-cycle driving. What about that seems to be attractive for you?
I just like how like the motors are really close and it's not more of like a widespread variety of motors. And I feel like the racing's always pretty close. Like the CKNA does an awesome job of it, and I have a great time running their series. They had the grands, and we had a pretty good showing there. Just some mishaps in the heats, and then led to the final. So it wasn't the best of weekends, but the out of the box challenge was really fun, which really showed pure speed because all the motors were pretty much the same. So
So, the parity allows the driver's skill level to shine through, really.
yeah, I feel like it does. Yes.
So, of all the series that you've run, which one do you say is your favorite? So, you've done Rotax, you've done Stars, you've done SCUSA, you've done CKNA, you've done road racing. Which one is your favorite?
So in the two-stroke world, I would say it's probably Rotax. I really like those motors and like how it runs, how you kind of like have to drive it a certain way. And then the tire compound, you can't push it too hard or else you'll overheat the tires. And then four-stroke side, I'm still kind of in the middle between CKNA and Tillotson right now because Tillotson was really fun
So
and
let's talk about that.
CKNA.
Now that you've brought that up, let's talk about, the Tillotson T4. So, I know that I really did an extensive push to bring the Tillotson T4 to our coastal region a few years back. Cameron Reed took to it like a fish out of water, and she was a rock star, qualified, went to Spain, and, put it on the pole, and was a constant threat the entire weekend. Just had a little bit of engine performance problem there in her final, but yeah, she came back the next year, was equally as strong, and I'd love to see her go back. You qualified for that race basically at the last minute at Lorraine Kart Complex. So you didn't arrive and drive there. You'd never been in the kart, had never driven on a sprint track with the 225. Tell us about your experience up there in Lorraine.
Yeah, no, it was a great track. Like Macron's done amazing with that track. It's actually really fun. I liked it a lot more than some other tracks I've been to. The Tillotson, I really liked that cart and like engine package. I felt like it was pretty close. And just it pretty much reminded me of like a Briggs, and I loved the 206, so it was just fun.
Would you be interested in qualifying for Spain again?
Oh, for sure. No doubt.
So you go to Lorraine, you end up winning, which earned you a ticket to go to Valencia, Spain, which is the World Championships for Tillotson. It's called the Nations Cup. Once tell me a little bit because I know that I'm trying not to be biased because you're one of my guys, but I know that we were all on pins and needles there for a couple of weeks. It was a all hands on deck push for sponsorship to get you guys over there. It really wasn't part of the budget for 2025, and then all of a sudden, boom, here it is. Tell me a little bit about flying over and all the steps that you guys had to take to prepare for that trip.
Yeah, I mean, we had to kind of search for a bunch of like more sponsors than what we already have, because just going to Spain is it's not cheap. So we ended up getting flights, hotel, all that kind of stuff, not really knowing what we were going into. The flight, it was pretty long, longest flight I've ever been on, but it was fun. Um, Me and my parents had a great time on the trip. The hotel was awesome. I mean, just the whole trip in a whole was just great. Like, I don't think we could have done it any better.
So your luggage gets lost. Your dad's tools get lost. Your luggage shows up, the tools don't. How did you guys overcome that whole challenge?
Okay, so the day that we like move in, where we found our cart, all that stuff, trying to get it prepared. Um, so we go in, get the cart, and then we start telling people that we don't have our stuff. And people tell other people, and everyone's like, "Hey, we have an extra suit, we have an extra like shoes, all that kind of stuff." And there was a lot of people that were willing to give me extra things to like make sure that I went and raced. And I mean, it kind of just shows the karting community as a whole that it's just great. Like, people are really nice, and I feel like that's kind of how it should be. Um, Tools, on the other hand, Macron ended up getting tools shipped there, like extras, which ended up helping us a lot.
Well, thank goodness that Christopher was the, consummate Boy Scout and always prepared. Um, while you were there, what was the biggest hurdle? What was your biggest challenge?
That's a good question. I think the biggest challenge was honestly just um trying to figure out like the track. I mean, it's like a really fun track. I've raced it a lot on the sim, but there's like a lot of different spots in real life that you have to hit. And yeah, no, it's a really nice track though. I really liked it.
So, while you were over there, you also got to be a little more acquainted with Noah Rosser, American driver. What other American drivers did you see over there that were representing?
I saw a bunch over there like Ian Quinn, Stephen Miller, a bunch of top two-stroke drivers. I mean, we had a pretty strong Team USA this year, and I feel like we could have been a little bit higher in constructors if it wasn't for a couple penalties that were called. But I feel like we had a pretty strong team this year.
Where did the team start? Where did they finish overall?
So for constructors, we ended up getting third, and it was I think the UK that won it, and then the Netherlands, and then us.
So I want to go ahead and say that Tillotson Racing sponsors this podcast, as well as Howard Stewart Racing Engines. And let's talk about your relationship with Howard and two cycle racing in general with him. What's it like to deal with the maestro of four stroke?
I mean, Stewart's awesome. I love him. He's a great guy. He's always been kind of by our side, always had our back. Like, he kind of he's always helped us pretty much from the beginning. and his motors are always strong for us. We've never really had a problem with it. So I mean, yeah, I'd say he's one of the top um, four-stroke engine builders out there.
So, how many wins do you have with a Howard Stewart motor? Do you know?
Too many to count. I couldn't tell you.
Good answer. Good answer. Doesn't answer the question, but it's a pretty good answer. I know that you guys have had a very close relationship with Howard over the years and have performed very well. Hopefully, I mean, I know he can't get into the whole Tillotson building thing. They don't even let you. I don't even think you can change paint on the shroud on the outside. But maybe someday those rules will change a little bit. But until then, we'll keep following the rule book as it is. Um, what races do you have coming up here in the very near future, Derek? Which ones do you look forward to doing the most?
So for the end of this year, we have Supernats. We're either going to do Apex or the Tillotson race and T4 Complex. It's a money race, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
And then Daytona.
Looking into 2026, what are your personal plans? What are your goals?
So my goals are to pretty much run up front all year in karting and then dabble in a bit of cars. So hopefully we can get that done. We're going to need some sponsors to do that. So we'll see how it goes.
No racer has too many sponsors. Never too many sponsors. So, I'll go ahead and share that we went ahead and took this weekend, myself, my husband, Alan, uh, Derek, his mother, uh, Michelle Knowles, and her son, Grayson Knowles, and we all went to Miami and met with David Twatty from TLM Racing, and we had David on the podcast here a little while back. We're very, very happy to have David and TLM as part of our racing Carts to Cars program, which, we're giving you a stepping stone. We're giving you a game plan. This is how you get to the next level. David is very transparent about expenses, costs, what's expected, what you need to do. He gives you a very firm understanding with um, what car you need to be in. What are your options? Where can you go from here? Where do you get started? They do all of that down there in Florida. FARA is one of the nicest programs. I mean, we were there for 2.5 days, and that was absolutely wonderful. Everybody was very friendly, everybody was very helpful, and, by the way, Trish is a rock star, and David needs to double her salary. Let's see how that one goes over. But anyway, that entire team never quit moving the whole time we were there, and the hospitality was absolutely off the chain, and I was very, very impressed. Derek, tell us a little bit about your experience this past weekend with TLM Racing, and where do you think that you wanna start as far as your first stint with them?
So the weekend was great. Like David was awesome. He was very welcoming. Um, just like you said about expenses, he was straight up, just told us what it was. Um, I mean, the hospitality was great, and Trish was also really good. I agree with what you said with the salary.
Yeah, she
Um,
she makes everybody look good.
yeah, she's great. Um, they let me sit in some cars, start them up, fire them, all that kind of stuff. So really nice people. They're great.
Yeah, that
Um,
992, it was impressive.
yeah, it was fun. And yeah, I mean, our next step is just to get the racing license and then see what we want to do from there
So, where are you obtaining your racing license at?
with TLM in I think it's in Homestead.
Yep. So, for those of you who are looking to make that next step, there's a lot of schools that you can go to. There's a lot of places that say they teach racing technique. Well, you guys already know how to race. You've been doing it for years. So, some of these organizations will either A, backtrack you and make sure that you're repeating the process over and over again. And others want you to go forward. So they're going to assess what you have going on, what you know, what you don't know, and go ahead and make your strong points stronger, your weak points better. And that's what TLM Racing does with the FARA program. And their licensing is reciprocal among a wide variety of organizations. So you can keep moving up the ladder or you can move laterally. Maybe it's just a regional thing and you want to be in the Northeast instead of the Southeast. Their licensing is reciprocal in several organizations. So something to consider, something that is very reasonable. When we started talking about pricing, it was actually kind of refreshing because I know what some of the schools cost, and it can get lofty very quickly. Um, Derek, when do you think that you'll be making that move or migration to the next step? And what packages that you want to get into first?
So I'm pretty sure next year we're gonna be kind of dabbling in cars, and then the year after that, hopefully going full into it. So I mainly want to get into the GT cars, but I mean, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen with how much they are just in general. But Twatty has great deals on it, so we may be able to if we get enough help from sponsors, of course. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we can keep stay with Twatty, have a great time with him. I mean, awesome people.
Yeah, it's you turn around, he's talking to you one second, and boom, the next second he's got a microphone, he's shoving in somebody's face, and boom, the next second he's over talking to somebody, and then you hear, "What's up, people?" And everybody starts yelling it back in the pit. It's absolutely mayhem. But those are the kind of people that you want to race with and party with afterward and have a good time, and those are the kind of people that you want to see push careers to the next level. And I'm happy that you guys took the offer to go down there and meet with everybody and ask the important and pressing questions so that you have an idea of where your future leads. But, before you get into the future, is there anything in karting that you want to accomplish that you haven't yet?
So one thing is I want to get some sprint racing national championships under my belt because I have like clubs, regionals, and I have the road race national. But I kind of want to get the sprint side of it down, and I feel like in the next couple of years that should come, but we'll see.
What's your favorite track? Sprint track.
That's a really good question. I mean, I really like NOLA Motorsports Park. I know it's my home track, but I just feel like that's a really nice track in general, but there's just not any races going on there, so we're never really out there. But besides that, I would say either Speed Sports or Newcastle.
What's your favorite road course?
All right. It's a really good question. I think Mid Ohio. I had a lot of fun at Mid Ohio. Daytona was fun, but the big oval kind of gets boring after a while. Not saying that it is, but just going like you'll be going through the infield, having a great time, and then you get to the oval and you're like,
Time to read a
when's this
book.
ever gonna end?
Time to read a book.
But Mid Ohio was just go, 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 and it just like never stopped.
Mid Ohio is definitely a driver's track. You gotta be up on the wheel a little bit for that place. Um, what is it you want to accomplish in a career beyond karting?
So I just want to be able to like make a living off doing something that I love, like racing. And I feel like if going to cars is the way to do it, then we'll do that. If I end up getting like deals in karting that I could live off of, I'll do that. I mean, just whatever really comes to me, I'll do. And yeah, with in case if we end up going with like Twatty to do some cars, he told me there's a lot of ways that you can make money off of it. So yeah.
Before you get into the next level of karting, tell me a little bit about, the education that you wanna take with you. Where is it you go to school now, and what is your specialty there?
So I go to Patrick Taylor. It's right by NOLA Motorsports Park. If you've ever been to NOLA, you've most likely passed it. And it's mostly a science and technology academy. So it um it's a lot to do with like computers, science, all that kind of stuff. And I want to be more of a like mechanical engineering is what I want to do if I end up going to college, which I probably will. And yeah, I feel like that with that degree, I can stay near racing and pretty much stay around what I love to do.
So I asked his parents prior to this. He carries a 4.5 grade point GPA, goes to a STEM school, is taking accelerated courses, and took extra credit or extra hours this year so he could possibly graduate a year early. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you hate school.
I don't like it that much. I'd rather get out early.
When you talk about sprint racing, Derek, obviously you're friends with quite a few people in the paddock. Who do you consider some of your closest friends? And who is it of all the people in the paddock? I'm talking juniors, seniors, masters. Who is it that you would love to go wheel to wheel with?
So one of the people that I would love to go wheel to wheel with, that's got to be Oliver, or maybe even you, because
Did you see me at the wedding?
yeah, it was great. It was hilarious. I loved it.
Alan
But
says he thought he could hear me laughing all the way across the racetrack.
oh, we could.
You can't
But
laugh at yourself, nobody can.
but yeah, no. So either you or Oliver Hodgson, just
Wow.
kind of like
Wow. I
that
am
mentor.
I am honored to be in that company. But Oliver, I think he just called you out, buddy. I think he called you out right there. You better be ready. It'll be the student and the teacher.
Put us in a 206 and let's see who wins that
Oh,
one.
no, don't do that to Oliver. That's just not right. That's not right.
We'll
Now,
have some fun in those.
you guys gotta go out there in neutral territory, like mini Rotax.
Wow.
Okay, maybe you should have just stuck with the 206. Um, where do you think that, your career will actually lead in the end? I mean, do you have an end state? Is there a particular event you wanna conquer? You know, people say, "Oh, I wanna win the Indianapolis 500. I wanna go to Formula 1." What's Derek's dream? I mean, just that wild hair dream, what is it?
So honestly, I'd like to do endurance racing. It's always kind of been one of my favorites to like watch, and then I've always really wanted to do races, like long period races, and
Like Daytona 24, Le Mans,
yep,
things like that.
yep, all that stuff.
Okay.
Um, and I mean, it would be great to go race those, like those series, like IMSA, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where I want to end up. And yeah,
What is one thing nobody knows about you?
that's a really good question.
No pressure there, Derek. See,
That's a
there's a
really
reason
good
why you did
question.
get the questions early, because I know you. You'd go out there and you'd, like, research it all and figure it all out, the right thing to say. No, nuh-uh. Put you on the spot.
Christy, Christy, Christy. Let's see.
Tick, tick, tock.
Um, I mean, a lot of people don't know that I used to do like pretty much every sport, I guess. I mean,
So you're like super jock.
yeah, my parents put me in everything as a kid and we saw what I liked. Obviously, racing was one of them. Um, I used to be a center in football. You would never expect that out of me
Shut up.
with how tiny I am. So that was one thing. I did baseball for a long time. I did soccer 2 years ago for school. And I'm starting to dabble a little bit into golf, starting to get into that. So yeah, a lot of things.
So you got to go golfing with your dad.
Oh yeah.
So did Thumbs McGinty show up? I mean, for
No,
anybody who follows the Wargos, they golf they bowl every Tuesday night, and about 9 times out of 10, Stacy, Derek's mom, kicks his dad's butt in bowling. And, he gets on there and thumbs up and hypes it all up, and it's like, "Dude, I've never seen somebody celebrate mediocrity so much in my life. Your wife's gonna kick your butt again." So how was it to go out there with the old man and swing the clubs?
It was really fun. We had a great time. He
How
would
bad is he?
he's not horrible, but I had to teach him some things, kind of show him how to play. Uh, yeah, no, it. I think the best part of it was kind of just that father son mentality doing it, and then whenever he would like hit a ball bad, he would get mad at it, and I would just start laughing. I think it was just hilarious. But I guess Thumbs was sleeping, but he's still on rest because he's not going to bowling tonight. So
Oh, that's right, that's right. So he's
yep.
really gonna get his butt kicked tonight.
Well, I don't know about that. Thumbs is pretty good.
Have you seen the scores? I mean, numbers
Well,
don't lie, bro. Just saying.
I think they do.
Buddy, we're gonna wrap it up this segment, and is there anything that you would like to say? Sponsors, who to thank? Who would you say is one of the, biggest denominators when it comes to your success? Now's the time to get it out there, and go.
Well, sponsors, first of all, it'd be Drive Your Line KartSport with you and Alan Cox. Um, Pontchartrain Mechanical, Nupi Americas, Ferguson Enterprises, Stewart Motors, Lad Specialties, Urban South, Tim Morales, and then my parents and Compkart.
Very
But
nice, very nice.
yeah,
And Lad Specialties.
yep,
I know Scotty Grenier, Don, AA Ron, all those guys bust their hump, especially at the races. I know I'm thankful that they do this for our team and our members, and I know that a good portion of your horsepower comes out of the Lad Specialty Shop there in Chicago. So we all thank them. Excuse me. Like I said, everything's blooming here. Derek, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for everything that you continue to do in your career. And I look forward to watching it blossom and bloom into the next level. And thank you for coming on board with Drive Your Line. I can't be more proud.
of course. Y'all gave me that great deal at the beginning and stuck. Just had great time with y'all.
Kind of like
Had
gum on
so
your
much
shoe. Now he
fun.
can't get rid of us.
I know, right? I've been trying. Just can't get rid of you.
Buddy, thank you. I appreciate your time. I wish we could go on, but we'll do this again. We're going to get the whole team in the studio one day.
Oh boy. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Derek. One of my favorite people as far as in karting. I mean, he's just a wonderful young man, very smart, very bright, very enthusiastic. And every time I turn around, I'm more and more impressed by his personal behavior. At CKNA, it was in the out of the box challenge. There was an unfortunate incident, and he was pushed through into first place, and that caused him to move up into Brady Shad. And the first thing that Derek did when he came across the scales was went and talked to Brady immediately. And I was really proud to see the character that he showed in being the bigger man and just walking up and just saying, "Man, I'm so sorry. I got a little assistance." And that happens in racing. It happened to Derek just a week or 2 ago, and he got run over. But it sometimes things are going on from behind that you just can't control, and you have to learn to deal with it. It's kind of the lumps we're given, right? But guys, I wanna thank our sponsors. Get Daniel over there. I mean, I had all these slides, and we just didn't need them all. Um, but we're very thankful to have all of our sponsors, Tillotson Racing, Motorsports Talent Development, Boxo Tools, AKRA, Doorstep Peppers, FHS Oil, which they came out some great products, and they've just now started to feature some of their new stuff. And of course, we now have Howard Stewart and Stewart Racing Engines as one of our sponsors for the Drive Your Line podcast. Very happy to have all of our sponsors, AKRA AKRracing.com. Go ahead and check them out. You'll find the rules for both dirt and road racing, 4 and 2 cycle. In road racing, there is no spec tire, there's no spec oil. There's a lot of things in road racing that we get to do that we don't get to do in sprint racing. That's what makes it so cool and very viable in our sport. Motorsports talent development. If you have a driver that's looking to go on or needs to be a little more rounded, we're welcome to bring them into the Drive Your Line or the motorsports talent development side of things and kind of get them brought up to speed on the things they need to know to move forward throughout the sport and into the industry. Um, Doorstep peppers. I have got a whole cupboard full of their spices, and if you're not using them, you need to be. Look them up at doorsteppeppers.com. Incredible stuff. Everything from the super spicy to the super nicey, and I have them in the trailer, I have them in the house, I've got them in my barbecue kit. They're everywhere. And here pretty soon, we're gonna have a couple more sponsors coming on board. I'm gonna wait till our next show to go ahead and reveal those. Guys, I appreciate you guys stopping in, watching, stopping your day. You can always catch our podcasts on our YouTube channel, Drive Your Line Podcast. What is the Drive Your Line Podcast at YouTube, and we look forward to seeing you again next month. Thank you.